Hey everyone, welcome to Craving Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Now in this video, I'm going to discuss a rumor that just broke a few hours ago surrounding Jenna Ortega and whether or not she will be returning for Scream 7 once they announce that the movie has been greenlit. I will share what one Hollywood insider has to say about the current pulse of the matter, and I'll explore the possible implications for Scream 7 if Jenna does not reprise her role of Tara Carpenter and how they may handle her absence. Let's go! So film critic and Hollywood insider Jeff Snyder recently revealed on his show The Hot Mic with John Roca that his sources are telling him that due to her increasing demand and commitments to other projects, Spyglass may not wait on Jenna Ortega, who is very busy with Wednesday and Beetlejuice 2, for example, and the studio is very much considering moving on from Jenna in Scream 7. Now, this is something that I've been saying for probably the last year here on live streams and videos, that it could be an issue, guys, when it comes to trying to keep Jenna Ortega in these future sequels. Her popularity and demand has only increased since Scream 5 came out, and she just continues to be skyrocketing up the scale of popularity, and rightfully so. She is a great actor, and she's so young, and she is just really beginning her career. Her trajectory is phenomenal. I mean, literally, the sky's the limit for where Jenna Ortega could go in Hollywood. And this was something I kind of foresaw as a potential stumbling block for Scream. It was being able to keep her in the fold. And there was two issues I always saw being a problem with her popularity being increasing and her demand increasing. Number one, my issue was going to be that it's going to probably drive her price up. It's going to drive it up to the point where Spyglass won't be willing to pay her what her current running salary demands will be. And or if it's not that, it could be that her schedule will be so busy that she just doesn't have the availability to meet the filming schedule for Scream 7, which is what it sounds like, at least at this point, if this rumor is true, that could be what's going on here. It's more of a scheduling conflict than it is a salary issue at this point. So just for the sake of argument, if the rumor is true and it turns out that we do not get Jenna Ortega back for Scream 7, the question then becomes, what will the movie look like? Like, what will Scream 7 look like from a story perspective without Tara Carpenter in the fold? And there's a couple of ways that I could see this going down. If they're not able to secure Jenna Ortega, I think there's a couple of ways you could do it. I don't know if any of you guys remember the movie Iron Eagle from the 1980s. This is going way back. But there was a sequel, Iron Eagle 2, which maybe you may not even realize there was a sequel if you do remember the movie at all. But there was a sequel. I remember being so excited to watch the movie. I loved it when I was young, the first one, Iron Eagle. And I remember being so excited to go, and I watched Iron Eagle 2. And guess what happens? And I'm going to spoil the movie for you. If you don't know, then I guess mute your speakers for a minute, because the movie starts off, they're in the Air Force, they're fighting, and the lead character from the first movie, the hero of the movie, gets shot down and dies in the opening scene of Iron Eagle 2. And I was stunned. So guys, I'm telling you right now, I see this could potentially be an Iron Eagle 2 scenario. If perhaps they say, you know what, we can get Jenna on set for 2 days. Let's go bring her out for a 2-day shoot. We'll squeeze her in between her other filming commitments, and she is the opening kill of Scream 7. This is what I think that they do. I think you could use this as a springboard for the entire film. This would literally send Sam over the edge because Sam is trying to protect Tara. She's an umbrella sister moving to New York. As you guys saw how hyper protective she was of Sam in the movie. And so imagine what Sam would feel like and what she would do if Tara was killed while she's there and she could not protect her. It would push her over the edge. So I think one scenario is that we see Tara is the opening kill. That's how the movie starts. And then you go from there. The second scenario that I see possibly happening would be basically what they did with Sydney in 6. And they would just make a comment to say something like, Tara, is out of town. Perhaps she's studying abroad in college. That would be a real easy way to not have to kill Tara. So you wouldn't have to go that route. She could still be alive. She just wouldn't be present in the film. And just like Sydney was, away with Mark and the kids safe, and it was enough for 6 to kind of like let everyone know Sydney's okay. You could do the same for Tara without having to go to that extreme measure of actually killing her off. So you have both of those things in play. And with her being in college, it makes sense. You could easily do the studying abroad. It would work in the story, and no one would really question that, right? As a fan, it would make sense. So to me, those are just a couple of different scenarios that you could do if Jenna cannot come back, that it would make sense in the story, and we would be able to just go from that point on to see where the rest of the movie leads. Now, I want to mention this real quick also. In that same episode, Jeff Snyder also did mention that the studio wants to have Scream 7 out next year, which also is playing into the reason that they don't want to wait on Jenna potentially because of her other commitments being so soon. The timing's off. Now, this is very interesting, though, because if the rumor's true that Spyglass does want Scream 7 out in 2024, this could also definitely impact whether or not they're able to bring back Radio Silence as well, because we know Radio Silence is committed at least to 2 other films right now that's been made public: the Universal Monster movie and the requel or remake, however you want to call it, for Escape from New York. And so we don't know much about that movie yet as far as timing goes, but it's obviously Scream 7. They're going to have to move quickly to have this out next year. So just keep in mind, this could affect much more than just Jenna. We could also have, again, brand new directors, and I've touched on this before. Not the first time you've heard me allude to this, but this just reinforces, if the rumor's true, that we could also not only lose Jenna, we could definitely lose our directors. We could have new directors for the film. So right now, I would just say this. There's a lot of things up in the air for Scream 7. But if the rumors are true here, we know this. We can at least look forward to having a new Scream film next year. However, what exactly that Scream film will look like is anyone's guess right now. We'll just have to stay tuned. I will bring you information as it breaks, as I see it. I will let you know right away. So stay tuned. Be sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon to get notifications of new videos, and I will keep you posted. All right, everyone. Now, what do you think about this rumor? And how do you feel about Jenna not returning? If they have to move on, how will you feel about not having Tara Carpenter in Scream 7? And if she can't return, do you want to see her as the opening kill? Or do you want to hear like a story about her being gone in the movie? Like they treated Sydney in 6, like she's off to study abroad or something like that. Tell me in the comments section below right now, how do you want to see it go down if Jenna does not return? I'd like to see what you're thinking about and what your ideas and theories might be if they don't bring her back. All right, guys, that's all for this update, but I'll be back soon with more Scream and other horror movie content. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, this is Craving Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Thanks for watching.